folks. It's a chilly day today, so I'm wearing my trusty olive green sweater. I have a new pencil case, and what's more, I have something to fill it with. I'm going to be exploring the qualities of these Windsor Newton pencil crayons. I haven't seen a lot about them on YouTube. I pretty much just looked up to see if they were wax or oil based, so I knew what I would be expecting, and from that point, it's pretty much going to be a blind intro. So we're going to take a look. We're going to test out this new pencil case, see how nice it is. I do have another Speedball pencil case. It's the one that I have with those dang water pencil crayons. They're the ones that are holding up that pencil crayon case. We got this one. It holds 48 pencils, perfect for this set, and we're going to test them out. So come join me. Alright, voiceover time, let's go. So, this was the set that I have been using, this 24 set of Prismacolor. We're not going to be using that. We're going to be using this 48 color set of Windsor Newton pencil crayons. It comes in a very understated silver tin. The package is open, but it is shrink wrapped. It is perfectly safe to be throwing around, but I don't really like this whole setup that they've got going. Space is a premium for me when considering about this set, so I'd like it to be a little bit more compact, and so we're going to be spending just a little bit of time putting this into a pencil case that I bought special for this. It is a 48 pack Speedball. Great set, that Speedball. Got I believe I've said this before, but I have a 120 pack set for those ding dang old Arteza pencils that I slag on so often. And now I'm just going to be letting the music play for a little bit as you get to enjoy me putting the pencils into the case. Okay, so we got this here drawing started already. I figured I'd save us all some time, and also I just did this earlier and decided, hey, I kind of want to make a video about it. So we got this drawing here, we got this going on, and we'll take care of it. Right off the hop, we got the opinion that these pencils are incredibly hard. They actually squeak a little bit sometimes, like a little marker. It's very strange. I don't understand it. Windsor Newton, maybe you need to work on your formulation a little bit, but I don't think pencil crayons should squeak. I put the pigmentation somewhere in like the strong student range, so like nowhere near the color expression of like a Prismacolor or Faber-Castell Polychromos or anything like that. It is. I'd hate to say it, but it's probably actually pretty close to those Artezas. Those Artezas I don't like for a whole other host of reasons than just their color expression, though. So we'll just leave that in the dumpster for now. We'll just leave that opinion off to the side of the road, and we'll keep going. Another thing that I'm noticing just as I'm starting to draw is the color range that they have for this set. It is very curated, and it is very specifically for one thing, which is for portraits, people, basically like very organic animal shapes, mostly humans, I think. So you got a lot of eyeshadows, you got a lot of very vibrant pinks and reds for the flush of the skin, you got a couple of like actual skin tones for the main tone of the skin, and then you've got some colors for hair and eyes, and it's very geared towards a specific thing, which maybe is not how I like to use my pencil crayons. I like to use them a lot of different colors, just wild colors, and I do get it going a little bit with this set, but it's just a little bit harder to be that excessive with color with this one. It's very well chosen for a regular portrait. So if you want a portrait set that is going to give you a lot more realistic skin tones, this is a really good set. However, drawing a little bit more brings me to my third point about this pencil crayon set, is that it doesn't blend. Maybe I'm just a little bit too spoiled from Prismacolors, but it blends worse than polychromos, which is not a good thing. I at least like the option of having the colors blend together, you know? Maybe not quite as far as Prismacolor, where it blends whether you want it to or not, and it's like a very clean, crisp look, but maybe closer to polychromos, where you can get the sketchy look, but you can also smooth it out with I don't know, like a solvent. I tried another picture later because I'm recording this in the future. This is the future. Hi past Kaylee. How are you doing? So I drew another set of pictures in the future where I used a it's just like a no-name solvent pen from Michaels. I think it's literally just an alcohol blender, and it did next to nothing. So I'm not really sure what their formulation for these pencil crayons are, that a Zest-It pencil is not doing anything, but maybe I just need to try other solvents. I can pick up some actual Zest-It from my store. It's very strange. You know, it occurs to me that up to this point I have not said a lot of positive things about this set, and I think that that's more of my disappointment about this set, because I was really excited about, oh my god, look at this set, it looks so pretty, and you know, like the case isn't decorated, the pencils are squeaky, colors mediocre, and the blending is non-existent, and I guess I should start thinking about some positive things for this set. The cores don't seem to break very often. I did have one pencil break once, and I don't know if it was just because that pencil was dropped once or twice, or I certainly didn't drop it. Maybe it dropped at the pencil store. I didn't see any dents on the case, so you know, your guess is as good as mine for that one. They sharpen like a dream. They will just take a point. The point does tend to crumble a little bit once you start using it, but it will sharpen to a very fine point. And it doesn't tear or anything in the sharpener. Could just be the sharpener that I'm using, but it is just like a cheap $2 sharp. So odds are good that the pencil crayon sharpener that you're using is going to do very well on these pencils. You're probably not going to waste a lot of material just getting a point on these things. So another good thing is that it does do the sketchy look very well. There are pencils that can do like half sketchy, half clean. Polychromos is a really big example of this. I am a big simp for polychromos. If you see polychromos, odds are I'm gonna like the set that they bring out. And you know, these Windsor Newtons, they do a decent job emulating that side of the polychromos. But these are a wax-based pencil. They are a little bit more crumbly than polychromos. It's not hard to be a little bit more crumblier than polychromos. They are an incredibly hard pencil, but so are these. But they're more of like a brittle hard rather than a resilient kind of hard. I don't really know what I'm saying. You can get a really good sketchy look for these ones. They're gonna be really good for like sketching on the go is a really good point that I can think of for this. You know, laying down a lot of color really quickly. It's not gonna be the most pigmented color. It's actually rather almost pastel in its color application. But if you're just looking at capturing the essence of something, and then you're gonna bring the drawing back to the studio to kind of like dismantle it a little bit and reconstruct it into something that is maybe more of a higher quality caliber condition cost of living. I think what my silly little monkey brain is trying to get around to is don't use these as your main pencil crayon set. Use these as an auxiliary set. You know, maybe grab a couple of good colors out of it. Get what you need out of it. Don't rely on it too much. The website for these particular pencil crayons just say that they're light fast. They don't say how light fast they are. They don't have a ASTM or Blue Wool or any of that, any sort of color rating on them. So I would just assume that they're not light fast and don't use them for unprotected work like you would with polychromos. Kind of just treat them rough and dirty is basically what I'm saying. The wood's good. It's secure. It seems to be glued all the way down. I haven't like sacrificed a pencil or anything to test that, but I would imagine like the wood seems centered. Which is more than I can say about Prismacolor. It'll get you where you're going if you're not worried about any particular end state, per se. And with that, there is only a little bit of time left in this video, probably about 2 minutes left in this painting portion, probably about 2 minutes left in this drawing portion, so I'm just going to trail off incoherently here, and I'm gonna let you run through the rest of the drawing. There's there's not much more to see. It's mostly just hair. I kind of like the hair on this one though. It came out well. So I will give these pencils props for that. It does do rough hair very well. I mean, look at that mustache. It is a beautiful mustache, folks. So I'm gonna let you just kind of watch the end of that and we'll come back at the outro. Check it out, I found my ring light. So maybe I'll actually have proper lighting in the future. I'm not just relying on the window. We're talking about the final result of these pencil crayons. I've used them a couple more times since I have, recorded the video. I have seen these pencil crayons for anywhere between $60 and $80 online. I got it for about $40. I had a coupon. I would get a set of Prismacolors. If you're looking for, I was just looking for something new. I was looking for something that I could put into a small set that I could carry around. Quite often what I'll do is to spend time with my fiance is I will grab some drawing supplies and I'll come and sit at her desk and doodle while she does her work. So I wanted something small and this fit it. It was only a 48 set, so it fit into this nice tidy little case. The pencils are not great quality. I can see why Windsor Newton is not advertising them. If you're looking for novelty, these are a hard wax pencil. You can get a very sketchy look with them. It can be nice. They're not terribly pigmented. I've definitely had worse pencils in my life that have really let me down more than these do. These aren't defensive. They're not, if they're what you got, you're gonna be able to do good things with them, but just get an equivalent set of Prismacolor or like a smaller set of Faber-Castell. You know, that's it for this week. I'm sorry about last week. I had a bit of a family emergency happen that I kind of needed my full attention, so I wasn't able to edit this video. This video was actually from about 3 weeks ago, and then I edit it and everything the day before it goes up, and I just didn't have time. I'm not gonna go into it. It was just a family emergency. But anyway, I hope you like what I'm bringing you. I hope to bring some more oil painting soon. I've got some Christmas presents that I've got to do, so I'll probably record some of that. Those might wait until after Christmas though, because I'm not sure how many of the people that I'm making presents for actually watch my channel. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next week, hopefully, if nothing else bad happens. Bye.